So today's video doesn't have anything to do with what I'm supposed to be working on. Hey, I'm supposed to be getting the bearing races put in these hubs. These are my front hubs. Rear hubs are hiding over there in front of the Rhino. But instead, talking about this thing, my little AC 225. And more importantly, I'm going to improve my welding.
This is Grizzly Country Outdoors.
The first thing you'll see here, I did this yesterday. I shot a little video on it, but I put this handle on because this thing is heavy. It's a pain in the ass trying to roll it around. Put that handle on, it just wheels around like nothing. The other thing I did yesterday, these are the wheels that used to be on it. They're just cheap plastic. I'm not even sure why I kept them, but if that's just me, I kept them. I had some of these steel wheels, and these are larger. They have bearings. They roll way nicer. And as you can see, I've already got them installed on the welder. I did that yesterday. It required outlay of about 25 bucks for a piece of 1/2-inch rod and a couple of these little gizmos that just go on the end to hold the wheel in place, little sort of a cap style fitting. Anyway, another thing I did on the welder to improve it, I put this little piece of scrap aluminum on there to wrap the cords, and oh my god, that doesn't look like much, but you never tried wrapping the cords on this thing the way that it used to be. A little detail there. There's a strap that comes around here that reinforces this. When I drilled these bolts, I made sure that these bolts are drilled right through where that strap is to get this the most strength. Just 1/4-inch bolt. Now, what other things are being done to improve my welding? Well, I got this thing a while ago, rod heater, rod oven, and all the rods that I've had were 70-18 rod, okay? And 70-18 rod is terrible rod for sucking up moisture apparently, and so 70-18 rod always wants to be in an oven to keep the moisture out of it. Naturally, I didn't know that. I've always just grabbed it off the shelf. And anyway, once I got that I sucked my rods in that rod oven, it did improve my welding. However, of course, being me and not really paying attention, I shut the rod oven off and was welding with cold rods, probably loaded with humidity again. So I went up to the local welding supply store. I got 3 rods. I got 2 different 70-18 rods. Basically, one rod is a smaller diameter. There may be another little bit of detail in the rod that I don't know about, but they're both 70-18. And then I got a 60-11, which my buddy gave me. Now the 60-11, I don't like. The guy at the welding shop basically told me it's not a good rod for what I do, which is, you know, just general welding. The 60-11 is a more specialized rod. I forget what they call it, but it's one of those rods that as soon as you lay down the bead, it's hard. And he said it makes it extremely difficult to weld and get a good weld. 70-18 on the other hand lays down a beautiful bead, has high tensile strength. Problem I got, both of the 70-18 rods I have are intended for a DC welder, and as you know, this little AC 225 is an AC welder. So those rods are no good to me. None of the 3 of them. So the recommendation of the fella at the welding shop here in Whitecourt was this 70-14. It has the same tensile strength as the 70-18. You can weld in any position, and it doesn't have the issues with flux that the 7018 has. This is a lot more forgiving for, you know, a farmer, a jack of all trades type general welder like I do. It'll still benefit if it's in the oven, but it doesn't need to be in the oven. There was one thing I forgot to mention when the guy recommended this 7014. One of the reasons this is designed for AC welding. I mean, it's designed to work in my little Lincoln. Clarify that point there. So some other things that I did. I've been welding using this 25-foot extension. And it works absolutely fine, but it's only 25 feet. My garage is 22 feet, so I can get my welder basically right here at the door of the garage. That's it. So I went and got, and I've been buying all this stuff at Art Supplies in Whitecourt here. 50-footer. I can reach all the way out past the tongue of the trailer now and have my welding machine sitting out. I can almost get to the end of the driveway now welding. That's an improvement. I'm assembling quite a selection of angle grinders. 5-inch, 4.5, 4.5, and another 5-inch, which I just picked up the other day because it was on sale, 44% off. Nice little grinder. What else? Nothing improves your welding quite as much as proper attire. Went and got myself a proper beanie. I'm always welding with the stupid ball cap on, flipped down backwards, you know, and the ball cap wants to slide off my head, pull my helmet off. I got a 2.25 times magnifying lens, and the other day when I was laying down some splatter, I found I could really see the splatter really nicely. I got myself a proper welding smock because I've been, you know, welding, wearing my just my canvas duck shirts, and they work, but I don't want to wear out my beautiful shirts, right? So at the same time I picked up the welding smock, I got this thing, nice leather apron. And I find, especially when I'm grinding, like, you get so much grinding material right here on your front. You get all the grinding splatter right there. This thing goes all the way down almost to my knees, so that's beautiful. Now I'm kitted up a lot better than what I've ever been. I already have some Lincoln welding gloves. They're not bad, but just because I was spending money, I got these fellas today. Beauty. I'll show you the most important thing I got to improve my welding. Piece of scrap plate. My buddy gave me this. That bad boy right there, along with, you know, these other things, this thing right here is probably going to improve my welding more than any other thing that I just showed you, because I'm going to practice with this thing. I've been watching some YouTube vids, seeing all these guys that have been welding 20 years. Of course, anybody who's been welding that long, it can lay down just a beautiful bead, right? But even those guys, you watch them weld, and you know, the more beads you lay down, the better. It's a little like golf, right? You're not gonna be a scratch golfer if you've never hit the driving range or practice. Well, welding's kind of the same. Oh, there will be videos made showing my attempt at improving my welding, laying down a proper bead. That's to follow.